This is my second time filming this video because I didn't turn my microphone on. I spent 30 minutes talking to a camera without my mic on. That is the camera description of how messy my financial March was. I didn't post a bi-monthly budget in March, the second half of March, because my life was an effing mess. I had to spend some money on medical bills. That happened 2 weeks ago, and then I got a letter from the IRS for my 2016 taxes. And yeah, so my budget was essentially non-existent because my life was a complete mess. But new month, new me, new budget template. Let's talk about it. You guys know I've been struggling with trying to find a template that I like, and thankfully in the comment section, Marriage and Motherhood, a financial blogger, shared her template with us, and I absolutely love it. So Marriage and Motherhood, thank you so much. Her links are going to be in the description box of this video if you want to check out her template. Honestly, her template slightly confused me. She's eons ahead of me in terms of this budgeting stuff. So I was like, ooh, what's happening here? So what I did was I took her template and kind of just adjusted it to something I could easily understand. So let's talk about the new budget template. First, we have income. Obviously, I divided the income up into my income sources. Google, which is AdSense, YouTube, which is my brand deals, commercial work, PayPal and Poshmark, and then dog walking. I actually haven't done dog walking in a really long time because I haven't had the time. I have never in my budgeting life of 3 months looked at my income as a monthly whole. I've only been viewing it bi-monthly, and even then it's just in parts because with commercial work and stuff, I get paid randomly. It's not always on the 15th or the 30th or the 1st. It's like, here's a check, surprise. So I never really got a good grasp about my month as a whole, but it is crazy. I am making a lot of money, guys. And from someone who always lived her life thinking that she was poor, looking at these numbers is absolutely absurd. So it's good to look at the month as a whole. And you would think that that would come to me naturally, but it didn't, because money doesn't come to me naturally. Next, we have monthly responsibilities. These are the monthly expenses that occur every month, and I know the amount that it's going to be exactly. So rent, for instance. Next, I have a grownish category. Basically, the category is for grown shit, because I'm 31 years old and need to get my crap together. So taxes, this is mostly for Google and YouTube. I have to save 20% of my taxes from those payments because it's not automatically taken out. Savings, my goal for savings is $25,000. I have about $6,000 in my savings now, so I do have a ways to go. This little number over here is basically the amount that I would have to contribute to my savings account every month if I wanted to reach $25,000 at the end of the year. That's not the purpose of my savings. I'm going to hit it when I hit it. Right now, while I do want to contribute to my savings, obviously paying off my student loans is first and foremost in my mind. So that $2,000 number, just ignore it. Just know that my goal is $25,000. Student loans, we're going to talk about that in a different section. Roth IRA, maximum contribution is $5,500. I can easily accomplish that by the end of the year. Health insurance and car insurance are things that I've already paid off for the quarter, so I don't have to touch those yet. And then life insurance, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with that yet. So those are why those are blank. At the end, we have other. So bank fees, eating out, gas, parking, Lyft, groceries, dog food, that kind of thing. If you notice in my budget, I've cut my grocery budget for the month in half. It was $400, now it's $200. I'm gonna get Brian on board with this specifically for the groceries and for the dog food, just because it is a family affair. So we will each be contributing $100 a week. And then the big expense that was added to my other category was photography. I'm looking at it for the year, $7,200 on photography, but it's an expense that cannot be ignored because it is a part of my job. Now, something that I did not personally have in my old budget that Marriage and Motherhood has in hers, which is brilliant, is sinking funds into savings. Things that you want to save up for. So vacation, or if you want to get braces, then you save up for that. These are just goals that you want to hit, so you don't have to really worry about it. Birthday gifts and Christmas gifts is a really great idea for a sinking fund. So if you wanted to spend $1,000 on Christmas gifts, start saving up for that now, so you aren't like just overspending or feeling overwhelmed come December. Home down payment. I don't actually know if that goes in, I mean, I guess that goes into a sinking fund, but realistically, that's not going to be accomplished for another couple years. In LA, $200,000 is what it is for a down payment. So, gotta start now, I guess. I have a section of sinking funds for video because I have a lot of really big video ideas that would need a couple videographers, a stylist, assistant, stuff like that. So I'm putting $2,000 aside for that. So that is my budget for the year / monthly. Something else that I really like about her budget is that within each month you have your goal of what you want to spend and what you actually spend. So you can see those numbers side by side, see what worked, see what didn't, and then you can adjust your budget for the next month looking at that. Now let's talk about the student loan schedule. This is really cool. I don't know how she set up her template because it's all like connected through numbers, but I really like it. So it's goes by payment, your beginning balance, your scheduled payment, your extra payment, your total payment. And then what's really important here is what payment goes to principal and what payment goes to interest. So again, I have two separate student loan accounts. One with AES Success, that's the one I am actively attacking because it only has $30,000 in my student loan account. So that's the lowest of my student loans. So I'm going to throw all my money there, hopefully pay it off by the end of the year. And then I go into Nelnet, which is the hefty $150,000 student loan, which just like fucks me. That is how I am doing my student loan, attacking the one with the lowest balance first, and then doing minimum payments to the largest one until I'm done paying off the lowest one, and then I can move on to Nelnet. Real fast, do you guys think I should refinance my student loans and just clump them all together? Let me know your opinion. So for March, I contributed $6,000 to my AES Success account. Most of that went to principal, which is great. But the reason why you seeing the difference between what you pay in principal and interest is really interesting because on my Nelnet, technically on Nelnet, because I'm so far ahead of my payments, I have a 0 balance payment until September. But what I'm going to do is just contribute $1,000 every month. But the effed up part, and I didn't even realize this until her template, was for this month I contributed $1,000. None of that went to principal. How crazy is that? You don't even, it's not something I even considered. But thanks to her template, I realized that I am absolutely so effed. So I don't know, do you guys think I should be contributing more so I can start attacking my principal, or should I just go with, I don't know, contributing more to AES Success because I can cancel that out in a couple months? I don't know what to do. You guys, I need advice on this. It's getting really overwhelming. Now that I'm seeing that $1,000 went straight to interest, I'm getting really overwhelmed. And then at the end, she has this cool little sinking funds pie chart. So once I start contributing to my sinking funds, I'm excited to see this pie chart move around. So that is the new budget template. Thanks again to Marriage and Motherhood. Her links are going to be in the description box. Also, if you haven't done your taxes, this is a reminder to either do your taxes now because it's April or get an extension so you have some time to do it. This is your reminder. I just did my taxes last week. It was kind of scary again because I missed a 1099 form. So what I claimed in 2016 didn't match up what the government had under my name. It was a $30,000 discrepancy. So I got a letter It was kind of scary, but we did figure it out, me and my tax guy, so it's okay. But the crazy thing is that I just recently started this budget journey. Technically, January of 2018 is when I really started it. And it's crazy when you don't budget your money and when you don't pay attention to where your money goes, how willy-nilly you can spend it. I seriously thought I was broke for 2017. I really did, because it felt like I was always worried about money. I actually made a lot of money, and the reason why I felt like I was always worried about where my money was going and always feeling broke is because I didn't tell my money where to go. Because I didn't budget, I was just spending money like nothing. And I'm not spending money on designer things. I don't buy those things. I was just spending it on food or on dining out or on really expensive restaurants. That is what I was spending my money on. It's so easy to throw away money if you're not paying attention. So for those of you who come up to me and say, thank you for putting these budget videos out. I'm about to graduate high school. I'm about to graduate college. I'm about to graduate grad school, and I'm feeling really overwhelmed. Good. I want you to watch my videos and feel overwhelmed and take that feeling of being overwhelmed and do better than me. I don't want you to be 31 with $180,000 worth of student loans. I want you to be homeowners by the time you're 31. So while talking about money is frustrating and sometimes it's really embarrassing to me because I was just so out of it and I didn't know what I was doing for a really long time. Good. Take my mistakes and just do better. Most of Americans are in debt, but no one ever talks about it. So just the feeling of knowing that someone else is going through what you're going through is really powerful. So if you're in high school, fucking don't take out a student loan. If you're graduating college, start now. Start budgeting now so you're not in my position. If you're graduating grad school, just know that I'm right there with you. This new budget template and getting my taxes done really kind of opened my eyes to how I personally screwed myself when it comes to money. And again, I wasn't buying stupid shit. I wasn't buying designer stuff. I wasn't leasing Mercedes and whatever. I just was not controlling where I put my money. And that makes a difference. That's that. That is my rant. If you want to see my personal budget, go in the description box. It's going to be there. Got a little riled up, but yeah, I have been riled up for the past couple weeks. And now I can finally share it with you. But I'm Asia Dang. Thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, do better than me, guys. See you later.